especially, ooh, that was amazing, that I would even give up host privileges to this gentleman. But so give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to hand over the host privileges. We got our Crown Royale global #1 income earner with us all the way live from Korea. So give me 1 second. Let me turn it over to the one and only Jesse Mack. Are you with us?
I am. What is going on, team? Good to see you guys. We are super excited for everything that's going on. You guys have a power pack call here today, but I didn't want to miss it. It is actually 10 a.m. over here in South Korea. I'm actually from the future. And the future is very bright in the world of Secret. So many amazing things that are going on here real quick. So Ben, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to turn this back to you, and I want to get a chance for you to be able to go through today's incredible content for the team. But a lot of people were asking me, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour here. It's pretty cool. So I'm here at one of our centers here, and let's see if I can take you guys with me. So so this is one of our centers, as you guys can see here. This is for our agents only. They come in, they gave me a fingerprint. They done messed up. So I can come in anytime I want and do presentations, but we've got the secret sign over there where people can come pick up their products. We've got demonstration rooms back here at the back where people come in every day. This place is literally sit downs, and these meeting rooms are scheduled for leaders to come do little trainings, board rooms, big group rooms. And then back here, this is one of my favorite spots. They have a demonstration room. Check this out. Demonstration room where they come and demo all the products. So on my Facebook, I put a tour of this whole place, which was really cool and special. And some people say, well, we need that. It was like, well, yeah, we need to break a dozen Crown Royales, like everywhere. That's what we need to do. So, you know, the more volume we do, the more cool things that we can build here in the world of Secret. But before we get started, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's happening. So we're going to be doing on this technology of the week, products of the week, systems of the week, and recognition of the week. And I want you guys to know that we're going to be recognizing people not for the past week, but for the next week. So if you got rank advance in this last week, we're going to be recognizing you on next Tuesday. So the recognition for tonight is for the previous week, because we want to make sure and verify that we have everything correct and make sure everything is there. But I also had to pop on here because yesterday was insane. So yesterday we had almost like a record-breaking day. We had almost over 100 rank advancements just in this last week. And I have set up notifications on my phone. All right. And when I get notifications on my phone, what it does is it shows me, let's see if I can go back here. So when I get notifications on my phone, it shows me who rank advanced. And these are just rank advancements you can see here. This is just yesterday. Take a look at this, guys. Bronze, new bronze, new bronze, new silver. This is also just yesterday. New gold, new bronze, new silver, new bronze, new bronze, new silver, new silver, new silver, new ruby, new platinum, new royale, new royale, new royale, new ruby, new platinum, new gold, new bronze, new platinum, new royale, new bronze, new platinum, new bronze, new bronze, bronze. This is just yesterday, within the last 24 hours, guys. So this, and I was like that, and nope, still more. That was just yesterday. And then it goes to Monday. This is Monday. Anyway, so we are super excited. There is incredible momentum and magic right now. So to take advantage of this last week of the double QV, and also this week is finishing Rockstar to get that additional getaway. So can't wait to see you guys back. I'll be back for next Tuesday, and I'm going to be doing a lot of lives from the event in Asia this weekend. And but I'm turning it over to one of my best friends, an incredible leader here, is going to be going through our systems here today. And you got some incredible talent lined up. So the guys, our diamond agent, 6-figure earner, Mr. Ben Bradshaw. Thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to pop in.
Awesome. That's amazing, man. I love seeing that. And, you know, those are the types of interruptions that you get from your phone that you actually appreciate, right? Like, you know, it's they say distract yourself from distractions. You don't have to distract yourself from those distractions. You know what I mean? Those are the good ones, right? So it's a great challenge to have. And obviously, Jesse, appreciate all you do, man. And just leading from the front always. And, you know, huge heart to help whenever. And you guys saw, he didn't have to jump on tonight. Like, we have so much talent. We have a power-packed Zoom tonight. And so, you know, but I appreciate you doing it. So if you could make me host with the most, that'd be amazing. And because I can't just take it from you, although oh, sweet. Okay, perfect. I think that worked. Okay, great. So let me go ahead and share my screen, guys. We'll get started for tonight. Again, power-packed call. I'm not the host, Jesse, so give me the host back. Jeez.
I'm going live into our Facebook group. I apologize, brother. That's why I needed it for just a quick second. It's all you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, I'm not a host. I can't share my screen. There we go. No.
Okay.
I'll just let more people in the waiting room.
You should be good now.
Okay, co-host. Share screen. There we go.
Yeah, I just changed the settings for you.
Look at that, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Let's get started, guys. And yeah, I appreciate that, Jesse. That was an awesome share. And I've never been to the Korea home office, but I've heard it's amazing. And here's what I know too. Like, you guys see what we have already from the convention that just happened, right? Like, Isaac has done stuff that I've never seen before. And, you know, with Eddie and the corporate team just approving like pretty much the most craziest promotions I've ever seen. And so think about like the home office we'll be able to get once we pop as many ranks as Korea has popped, you know? So like, if you know, like literally we can get whatever we want. So we can let them have it first. It was almost like back in the day, like being a Washington, I don't want to say Commanders fan because like, that's not like, I'm not a Commanders fan, but I grew up as a Washington fan, right? So we didn't have a name for a while, but we had this new stadium and it was kind of cool because it was like state of the art, right? At that time, it was like the latest, greatest. And then Jerry Jones down in Dallas was like, you know what? Like, that stadium's cute. It's kind of adorable, but like, I'm just gonna, you know, do like this insane stadium, AT&T Stadium or whatever it's called, right? But like, you guys would all agree that it's a pretty amazing, badass stadium, right? And so, you know, we let Korea have that Washington stadium, if you will. And then like, we're just gonna have our own stadium here for North America that is just like, it's gonna blow it out of the water. But obviously production has to speak. And so one of the things I love about what we did from convention is that our production is speaking so loudly that, you know, corporate doesn't have to hear our words, right? Because again, we are literally just exploding. And you guys see that through the ranks. And so let me go ahead and start with this. That's, you know, my Dun & Bradstreet, if you will. Right. So, but, you know, first things first, let's talk a little bit about training because, you know, the best trained team wins, right? Like literally, you know, in football, as I like to share analogies, football, if you're not doing the basics in practice of blocking, tackling, right? Then when it gets time to the game, you know, you're going to be able to, it shows, right? So, you know, the basics of, you know, the inviting, right? The presenting, the follow-up, the closing, the three-way calls, right? That's what we consider the basics in our profession. And so if you're not learning how to do that type of stuff, then when it comes time to presenting, your closing ratios are not going to be pretty good, right? And because that's when it is game time. And so it's game time is when it's time for you to ask for the check, right? To convert the person to a customer or to an agent, right? Like you're not, if you don't learn those things, then guess what? You don't have a business, you have a hobby, okay? And so we have the training and platform in place where we have the best of the best diamonds and above that are actually going to be training. And this is our regional trainings that we have for January 14th. So this is where we come together in these major cities and we're going to learn from the best of the best in this profession, not just Secret Direct, because, you know, like Secret, yeah, like for sure, but there's a profession of relationship marketing. And I believe we have the best trainers in this whole profession globally. And I don't believe it's even close. And so you are going to be able to come together and learn from those people in these major cities. So get your ticket, okay? Like for real, get your ticket, you know? So I would definitely go there and, you know, to secretdirectevents.com. Here's Playbook, which is our next convention. If you were in Dallas with us, you understand the importance of why you need to be at Playbook, right? Which is our next actual convention. So, and I believe the website, I'm not sure, don't go to it right now, but maybe after that. Hey guys, if you are not
okay, speaking, I want to ask you, do you have any? I got you on phone.
What in the world? Okay, great. So please just stay on mute. That'd be awesome. Okay. So if you wouldn't mind, right, go to secretdirectevents.com after this training, right? And and see if it's still that, where you get both tickets for one cost. I'm not sure. I don't know if they changed it. I believe that they actually set it to where it would expire already. But if it's up there, like, I don't know, like, do it, So here's what I learned a long time ago. My wife actually doesn't believe this. She's actually confronted me on it numerous times. And if she's listening, she might come in and say it. But it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission, right? So except for with my wife, Lauren, for me. So if they offer you both tickets for one price, grab both. If not, the value is definitely there. So make sure you are obviously registered for convention. It is the Super Bowl of our company. And if you were in Dallas, you understand why we need to be there. So actually, if you were in Dallas, can you just type in the chat thread 1, so everyone can see that you guys were obviously logged in. And then that way we can, for the few people on here that weren't in Dallas, you guys will understand the importance of why you need to be at the next one. So let me go ahead and get off of there. All right, cool. All right, so let me do another share and I'll hop back on here. All right, perfect. So next things next is our system, our team website, teamsynergy.com, teamsynergyagents.com. If you guys see here, now there's a lot of teams on here that you guys have different sponsors, but I think we can all agree that most people fall under Jesse McPherson or Muzaffar Najvi, right? And two of the most amazing, trainers and leaders and just human beings that I've ever met that I'm very fortunate to call friends. My daughters call them uncle. And so if you guys fall under that umbrella, here's kind of like a home base, right? So if you guys are part of, Troy Brown's team and you have your own website, awesome, use that website. If you guys are part of, Matt Morris's team and you have a different site for your team, use that, right? But this is kind of like a hub where we can all come together and be in the know. And there's actually a site there or a new actual tab for our Rapid Funnel app, which is, kind of what everyone's using for doing exposures and things like that. There's a 90-second video in there under invite. And then there's also our push play video. And I'm using that like crazy, guys, as an exposure, first exposure, tying them into Zoom or getting in front of them personally for the next, kind of like a launching them, if you will. But this is just a great site for everyone to come together where you can be connected with the community. And if you miss one of our actual trainings, that's okay too, because everything is archived. There's a calendar of events. Here's what I know. Massive communication equals massive success. And there's really no excuse if you're building a business to not know what's happening and what's going on, especially if you're following teamsynergyagents.com. So take a screenshot of that, write it down, whatever you have to do, but definitely visit there and make sure you're in the know, okay? So obviously we have recognition, which is my favorite portion because recognition is huge. I never really got recognition when I worked in the traditional world, except for when I was doing something that wasn't actually what they wanted to do, right? So I don't know if you guys have gotten that before, but I didn't get recognition for being like the best employee, but I definitely got recognition for not coming back from lunch on time, right? Or showing up late, something about being here at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, that's not happening, right? We're staying late. I was never the guy that stayed late. Obviously in sports, like I was there early, I stayed late, right? And, I was there, I was present, I was doing doing more than most because I was very interested in doing sports. But, in the 9 to 5 world, if you will, which is never really 9 to 5, if you have a boss, for me, it was like, it just wasn't good. But here we recognize people for everything. If you got a customer, awesome. If you got a new agent, awesome, right? But obviously, as you achieve different ranks and you climb up this ladder, right? Because they say, you can climb whatever ladder if you want, even if it's corporate, just make sure it's leaning against the right building. And that building would be your goals, your dreams, and the reason why you're actually doing this thing called life, okay? So I believe the right building for all of us is Secret Direct. And so, you're climbing up the ladder, climbing up that ranks. And what I love most here is that, you can only climb up the ranks by helping other people climb up the ranks too. In the corporate world, you got to hold people down and step on them, hope they retire, whatever it might be, right? But, or maybe not, but, it's just an analogy I like to use because in relationship marketing, you can only achieve higher ranks from helping other people climb the ranks too, which is awesome. And so we have some new ranks that we're going to obviously go over, and we have a testimonial that we want to share from one of my good friends who was absolutely smashing it. So if you're a brand new bronze, not this past week, right, that just ended, but the week previous, I mean, look at all these brand new bronzes we have. you know, I would go through all the names. We don't have enough time, but if you guys are in there and you could just, you know, cheer or maybe throw in an emoji in the chat thread, maybe if you see one of your teammates on here, that's pretty awesome too. But congratulations to our brand new bronzes. And for those of you that are not yet bronze, you can hit it this week. Go Rockstar, you'll surpass it, okay? And so we have some brand new silvers as well. We have Mimi Lau, we have Lee Pavlatos Hinton, who's here in the Phoenix market, and I know she's working so hard and she achieved it. Congratulations. We have Shaunessa, all good. Ramesh, hopefully the way I said your name was all good. But we have Jason Brown, that was pretty simple. So, you know, that IQ test I passed. But congratulations to our brand new silvers. We have some, actually Royales, I'm sorry, silvers. We have Futong Yang, Sunflower by the Sea LLC. That's pretty cool. And then Power C LLC. So brand new silvers there for 8,000 in volume. That's pretty cool. That's literally, you can sign 4 people up, hit Rockstar with 4 pro packs, and you're a silver agent. That's pretty awesome. We have a brand new gold agent, which is 14,000 left, 14,000 right. And you helped a left and a right go bronze, right? So Blake Calabrese, congratulations to you. And there's a $1,000 bonus involved for hitting that. So that's pretty awesome, right? And so that still exists as well. You guys can hit that and crush right through there. So, and last but not least, I want to share, you know, and I'd love to bring, you know, this rock star, if you will, pun intended, to the forefront. And, you know, this lady, I remember when she came aboard with us, and firecracker, you know, and she's, you know, a boss babe, if you will, right? But she's amazing, stay-at-home mom, you know, a wife, you know, and she's a leader of the community, but she's just a great friend and always there to help. She leads by example. And I've been blessed, actually, not just to meet her, to be neighbors now here in Arizona, but also just to witness her, not just climb the ranks, but skip ranks this past week. And I was on the plane with her coming back from Dallas, and, you know, she literally crushed through gold and hit platinum, I think, while we were on the plane. And so, you know, it just is amazing. So Jennifer Abbs, if you are there, if you wouldn't mind unmuting, and please share with us, just give us some of, you know, whatever you got, girl. The floor is yours.
I'm over here jumping up and down because that last slide was 3 of our organization, right? So yes, I hit something phenomenal, but I didn't do it alone. I did it with so many of you on the call. As soon as I got started, I reached out to Trisha. I reached out to you from an ATM group and was like, you're coming here? I need someone here. Let's go. Muzaffer and Jesse keep leaving the country. I need some help. Austin Zuloff, I'm under, who I call all the time when I'm struggling. But I want to cry. Like, I'm screenshotting, like, look at what our organization is doing. This is not because I'm cool. This is because I'm pouring into my team, because you guys, everyone on this call is pouring into me, right? We know what to do. We go to training. If you got Matt Morris is phenomenal on keeping it simple. I just keep it simple. I ask people to look at a thing and I remove myself. And I sell Trish, and I sell you, I sell Austin, I sell the team, we sell Isaac. It's keeping it simple and acting like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. My bills are paid, I'm happy, but I just stay ignorant. Ignorance on fire is probably like the greatest thing I could tell you guys, but I'm blessed. Like Shanessa and Lee and Jason Brown, congratulations, because my team is going to the top. And I just hit it by default by loving on them because you guys are loving on me. So thank you so much for everything that all of you guys do. Sideline, upline, downline, all of it. All of it. It's because of you guys.
That's amazing. And that's what I love too about this, is that you know, like, we don't see financial lineages, right? Like, it's just amazing. And so I've never seen that before in this profession. But, you know, if you guys are taking notes, like, literally, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, right? Like, if you're talking, you should be pointing to a tool or sending someone a video, right? Or demoing product. And another thing that I got from her is that, you know, you can be successful in this industry for sure. You can be successful in secret, right? And by making some money. But if you want to be significant, you need to shout from the rooftops the people on your team and help them hit ranks. And so, you know, congratulations, Jennifer, on becoming successful and becoming significant. And I know that it's just the beginning for you. So amazing, girl. You're amazing, and I appreciate you. All right, cool. So we got some rock stars. Guys, if you don't know what rock star is, It's literally sponsoring 4 agents with packages. Like, no joke. Before month's end, if you do that, guys, you know, you get 20% of the actual whatever package, promotional package that your new agents bring when they come on board, because obviously they want to equip themselves with, you know, products so that they can show them, right? And, you know, so, you know, get that done before month's end, because the double QV is there as well. And so if you want to skip ranks like everyone you just saw, then it would make sense. And I know common sense ain't that common nowadays, but it would make sense for you to obviously equip yourself and then go out there and hit Rockstar by helping other people do it as well. And so we have so many prizes on the table for that. Congratulations to our latest rock stars. Austin Zuloff is just absolutely amazing. Great friend, become a brother to me. And, you know, Ken Quee, Steve Cleveland, Jason Brown, Power C, Levester. Congratulations, guys. And so let's keep it going with that. We have our regional top 10 too. And you guys can see here, right? So there's more bonuses on the table. And this goes through month end as well. Look at that, Jay Elliott, Professional Services, my brother, Jason Elliott, who just hit Ruby and who will be able to share his testimonial next week. I see them on there representing well. Nadine, congratulations too. I mean, it's not, you know, like, it's not by accident that this happens, right? Like, the person that's on top of the mountain didn't just fall there. They didn't coast uphill, right? The work is the work. And so you can't cheat the hustle, but you will be recognized and you will be rewarded very handsomely for the things that you are doing publicly, and you'll be celebrated, or privately, you'll be publicly celebrated. So congrats. Our global top 10 customer getters, no surprise here, Laura Lee is absolutely amazing. Cassie Patassi as well. Look at this, guys. I mean, you can see, you know, just so many amazing people in there. Kathy Allen, awesome, congratulations. Nadine's on there again, like, no surprise, you know? So again, the work is the work. So you guys are being recognized publicly for all the things privately that you guys are going through and growing through by helping a lot of other people as well. Congratulations. This is still going through the end of the month. So take a look at these prizes. Anyone can win them. So, but I know Laura Lee too is out there working as well. And so now, you know, I got the distinct pleasure of introducing our next speaker for tonight. And this is someone, her and her husband, Scott, have become near and dear to us. We just saw them not just actually in Dallas, but here in Phoenix as well. And so, you know, I've been fortunate to play golf with her husband, Scott, and, you know, Helena is one of our top platinum agents, you know, globally. And so she's here tonight to talk about the product of the product. Helena, can I pass it to you? Are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to go, Ben.
Awesome. Take it away, girl. I appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. And I'm so thankful to be on here tonight to kick off the product training for the week. And it coincides with our product of the week, which is the M4. So like Ben said, my name is Helena Erskine. I'm a platinum agent from Killingworth, Connecticut, and I've been sharing Secret for almost a decade. And I want to tell you what I'm not. I'm not a product specialist. I'm not a beauty professional in the spa industry. I'm not a student of ingredients. And I had no clue what I was doing when I started, but I have sold thousands and thousands of dollars in products to friends, family, and strangers who have become friends over the years. So tonight I want to take a few minutes to highlight our product of the week, the M4, which I think Secret made a mistake because not sure if you saw your email, but it is $55 just about in the US. And this product of the week is for the US and Canada, but I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? This mask is the most unique that anyone has ever experienced, and I'm gonna actually demo it for you. First of all, if you've never seen our packaging, you guys, can you guys see that, Ben? Can you see that?
I'm gonna stop sharing.
There we go. So you guys, this is our packaging. It is beautiful, okay? And inside is the mask, the magnet, the covers, and this applicator, all right? So what I'm gonna do for you right now is I'm just gonna layer this on. And I always tell people, put it on like frosting. Can you just drop a frosting in the chat right now? Because like it is literally using the whole spatula to layer it on. And more is not more, okay? You want to have, it's okay for it to be an uneven, thin layer to sort of spread it through. Like this right here is pretty typical and perfect, all right? So you guys, what this does is it gently exfoliates the skin without drying you out, which is awesome. And almost every detox mask will dry the skin out. So this is different and definitely a selling point. It lifts fine lines and it makes them softer. Almost looks like you've had a total lift of your face, and the essential oils stay behind. So you just want to leave this on 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, put the cap back onto the magnet. Check this out. Literally jumps off the skin onto the magnet, and it's super fast and super easy, super quick, right? And here's what's left behind is the wow. I mean, how many of you guys have said wow when you've tried this product? So don't keep it to yourself. You need to share it. Some key ingredients, which is on the website. Again, I'm not a product expert or really pay attention to ingredients. Those people that want ingredients will ask you, so don't worry. But Dead Sea Mud, chamomile extract, vitamin E, and shea butter. Really awesome is that it's hypoallergenic, paraben-free, and we don't test on animals. But you guys, everyone cares about the results, right? So I have 5 tips for you as to how to sell the mud out of this thing. And I want you to write some of these down, okay? Tip number 1 is just do what I did. Put it on your face, your mom's face, your dad's face, your husband's face, your wife's face, your kid's face. And I want you to record it. And I want you just to get that priceless, authentic reaction from people. Take befores and afters and have fun. Okay, so that's tip number 1 is get it on. Tip number 2 is bring it. If the people aren't coming to you, bring it to the people. Bring it to work, school, the gym, right? Church organizations and meetings and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. The moms at the football games and baseball games are dying for a distraction, and this is perfect, okay? And you know what? Make it National Mud Mask Week, because it kind of is in our business right now, and use that to just be like, hey, I got to show you something because it's National Mud Mask Week, all right? So just get to it. Tip number 3 is for your social media. Use your videos and pics on your stories and reels and TikToks and all that. You guys are so good at that. But you know what? Focus on people's pain points, okay? People with dry skin, flaky skin, they're maybe not as confident about themselves. Like, talk about how this can change your life, because it literally can. When you look better, you feel better, you do more, right? People that have no time for self-care, so they think, they have 3 to 5 minutes for a luxurious mud mask for their face. And it is self-care. And also think about this as a gift. Maybe you personally already have M4. Get one to give as a gift, or on social media, talk about how awesome this gift is, because it's basically like 2 to 3 months worth of professional facials in a container in your bathroom, okay? So that's tip number 3 for social media. Tip number 4 is look at your organization. Who are your inactive agents or your agents that are more like customers, which we love, but make sure they know that this is on sale this week. Some don't do social and some don't check emails. So get in touch with them, and it might just fire them up for Black Friday. So that's like a twofer, right? And number 5, when sharing your link with a new customer, make it easy. All right, share the link directly to the M4 instead of your whole website. Keeps it seamless, and it'll increase your conversion so that they don't have to go find it. All right, so you guys, everyone shops as a VIP until November 14th. And what that means is you don't have to explain minimums, right? No explanation necessary. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. I'll be answering, and back to you, Ben.
Awesome. Helena, that was amazing. Yeah, great tips, especially for that one for the product, like the direct product, right? Because as we know, Secret has so many amazing products, but, it can seem kind of overwhelming. So if you send a direct link for the product of the week, remember, complexity is not a good thing. Simplicity is a good thing, right? So you tell people what to do and you give them the easiest way to do it. So that's pretty amazing. And one thing I would say too is that, you know, like with Black Friday coming up, load up yourself, right? Like this mask retails at $250 or something crazy. Not crazy, but at the kiosk, they used to sell upwards of $500. And so like, think about that, for example, you're a business owner. So be in business, stock up, right? Because if you want the lowest wholesale price that you're ever going to see, stock up on that, right? And then run contests and things like that. I mean, just amazing. Take advantage, okay? Like it could be a typo, I don't know, but not my problem. So, you know, but Helena, amazing. Thank you for all you do. Definitely appreciate it. Let's move forward. And guys, I hope you're ready because next up, you know, we got, I mean, the GOAT, right? So do I have to explain what the GOAT means? Like, I really don't think I have to, you know, greatest of all time if you are someone that don't understand that. But this gentleman here, I can tell you guys, buckle up and buckle in. Make sure you have pen and paper ready, okay? Because this gentleman is one of the top global income earners, not just in secret, but like in the globe, like worldwide. You know, he's someone that has mentored 6- and 7-figure earners all across the world. This guy he's a blast to be around. If you've ever like seen him live, I mean, it's impossible not to have a great time, but he cares. You know, he cares. He's become a great friend, someone I look up to. Funny story, actually, before we were aligned in the same company here at Secret, myself and Jesse and a few of my friends flew in together and tried to figure out how we could actually take his content online and make it our own because we just were enamored by all he brings to the table, who he is as a person, as a father, you know, as a secret agent that leads by example. You know, this gentleman knows how to make all the big money because he's made it and he's making it and he's helped other people do it. So with that being said, pen to paper, burn those notes up. Please, I'll turn it over to one and only the GOAT, Matt Morris. Are you with us?
I am. My head barely fits in the screen here after that introduction. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it, man. We have got a rockin' Zoom tonight. Excited to see you guys and just share some quick things with you real quick. And, you know, we have had so much growth since the view. I mean, new members, new agents are popping like crazy, rank advancements. I mean, we see it's popping like crazy. And, you know, it's just a testament to the incredible leadership that we have here at Secret, you know, from Isaac all the way down. It's such a blessing to have, you know, Muzaffar and Jesse as my uplines. I mean, you really could not get two more committed leaders. And man, I am just in awe of their level of commitment and dedication. I don't know that Jesse's been sleeping lately because he's been in Korea, and man, it's like all hours of the day. I wake up and I have a message from him. I go to bed and I have a message. And so we've been brainstorming some really, really cool things. And so, man, it is good right now. And I'm just telling you guys, you haven't seen anything yet. Like, it's just knowing what I know and what we're in store for is it just crazy exciting right now. And so definitely in the right place at the right time. And so with all the growth that's happening, what we thought, you know, would be a good topic is, you know, getting a new agent started, like the process of duplication. And when we were brainstorming on topics, we thought, man, with the growth that we're having right now, let's set you guys up for success because there's so many new agents on board. We want to create as much duplication as possible. And so what I want to do real quick is just tell you my story as it relates to duplication. So some of you know I was in network marketing for 5 years before I got to a full-time income, literally spending more money every single month on products and all that than I was making. And so frustrating, feeling like maybe I'm just not cut out for network marketing. Like I'm banging my head against the wall. I feel so defeated. I feel like, if I'm going to be real with you guys, kind of like a fraud because I'm like trying to sell everyone on this time freedom and financial freedom. And it's so far from reality. It seems like a distant pipe dream. And so I just felt so many times like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And if any of you relate to that, like, I understand you, like, I get you. Because that's how I felt. And I felt it at several different levels. And the good news is there's really only about 7 key skills in network marketing, right? There's prospecting, there's inviting, there's presenting, there's following up and closing, there's getting a new person started, there's promoting events, and there's training. And within each of those skills, there's some fairly simple things that are not intuitive. And once I figured out the skills that really worked, and then I just started applying them, I started having success. And so here's my journey with duplication. It took me about 4 years to get to the point where I was really good at bringing people in. I spent about a year being what I would call like a master recruiter. I was a master salesperson, so to speak. And like I even did, my upline invited me to do calls to teach people recruiting, because I just read so many books, and I did crazy stuff. Like I cold called 2,000 people. I didn't sponsor a single person, but I cold called like 2,000 people over the course of about a week time frame, just smiling and dialing because I wanted it so bad. Nothing was working, so I'm like, let me cold call people. And so my advice is like, don't cold call. Like, don't do that unless you just want to get really good on the phone and you want to get hung up on a bunch of times. So I eventually figured it out, and I had no duplication in my group. So I literally, I built a team of like 90 people. I'm sorry, 150 people. I personally sponsored 90 of them. And I taught one other guy my sales system. He was like a sales manager for some company, and then he sponsored the rest. And we had one person that had duplicated, like literally 1 out of 150. Crazy. And so then I met my mentor, and he taught me what I'm going to teach you tonight. So it's very simple, but don't mistake the simplicity for how powerful it is. Now, here's what he taught me. There's 3 steps to duplication. Okay. Grab your pen, write these down. 3 steps to duplication. Number 1 is sell them. Number 2, get them sold. Number 3, get them selling. Okay. If we have a scribe, maybe someone can type that in the chat. So it's sell them, get them sold, get them selling. Okay. What I had gotten really good at was sell them. Like, number 1, I was good at getting them in. How many of you are like good at getting them in, but not getting them to do anything? Right? Anyone relate to that? You don't have to say anything, but like, I feel you if that's you. So sell them is like, all right, they're joined, like they bought a pack and they're an agent. So step 2 is get them sold. This is where most network marketers fail miserably. It's why they don't see a lot of duplication. Now, before I even tell you, like, give you some context or give you some, meat on get them sold, understand that no one, like, you can be the best duplicator in the world, you're not going to get everyone to duplicate. Like, the way my numbers have worked out over the years is if I sponsor 10 people, I'm going to have 4 who just quit. They don't show up again. They don't return my calls. They're just gone. Like, maybe they're in for a month, a week, sometimes a day. Sometimes I think they quit on the drive home, right? They go into the witness protection program. Like, that's just part of the game. And so everyone write this down. This is something profound that in your journey here, in your career with Secret, you're gonna probably need to say a few thousand times is, it's all part of the game. So if someone can, like, write that in, it's all part of the game. So people are going to quit. People are going to say that they're going to go Crown Royale, and then you never hear from them again. Like, literally, they'll tell you, like, man, you got lucky sponsoring me. I'm going all the way. And then never, like, crickets, like nothing. The birds got them, right? I saw that in there. So that's just the deal. And so out of 10, about 4, give or take, are going to do nothing. You're going to have maybe 4 who show up, right? Maybe they sponsor someone, maybe they don't. They come to training, they'll come to some Zooms here and there. They'll, get on subscribe and save, but they're not gonna like knock the cover off the ball. You get 1 or 2 who are gonna go crush it. And you're gonna get 1 or 2 who go out and really build this thing if you're following the 3 steps of duplication, right? And so part of the 3 steps of duplication, specifically number 2, here's what my mentor told me. He said, sometimes you have to go slow to go fast. And here's what I would do is I would sponsor someone and then I'd be like, awesome, welcome to the team. I'm going to send you an email that's going to give you everything you need to get started. And the email would be like, make your list, this, like, it was just very basic and like, no surprise, no one was doing much, right? Some people I'd spend a little bit of time, but I didn't really know what to do. So they didn't really duplicate. So he said, you got to go slow to go fast. Take some time to get them sold. Right? So you've sold them, like you sold them enough to get them in, but you want to get them sold on secret. You want to get them sold on you. You want to get them sold on themselves even. And so let's talk about step 2. What does it mean to get them sold? It means taking some time when you enroll a new agent, you take some time and you sit down with them. And I'm just going to give you my very, very simple process. Like, I could train you on the, 13 steps to duplication that you go through with a new person. And if you are genius enough to remember all of those, no one on your team will. Okay. So you might be good at getting people started, but no one on your team will, right? It's kind of like in closing. The reason why my closing is so simple, having closed thousands of people over, 25 years of doing network marketing, I could tell you like the 5-step close, the 7-step close, the daily method of operation close. Like I've got a ton of different closes and I don't use any of them anymore. Like I used to train on them because they sounded really good. And then I realized they don't really work any better and everyone's just confused. And so this is simple. Everyone write down the word simple, okay? There's basically 3 things within get them sold. And it's number 1, I'm gonna ask them like, hey, why did you join? And I'm not looking for a why that makes you cry. I'm not like going 7 levels deep. I'm not like trying to help them find their inner child or anything like that. I just want some like meat on the bone. Like what's something more than the money? So when you ask a new agent, like often when you say, let's say I sponsored Jennifer, I go, Jennifer, like, why did you join? What made you join as an agent? And she might say money. I want to make more money. I'll say, awesome. Well, money ends in a Y. Why do you want the money? Okay, write that phrase down. Money ends in a Y. Why do you want the money? Because money, like people are not going to like go all in for just some money. It's what is the money going to get you, right? And so I want something that's like meaningful, right? So, well, why do you want the money? And I want her to open up to me a little bit. And maybe she's like sick and tired of, not being able to pay all her bills. And I might say something like, well, what would it mean for you if you had like no more stress when it comes to money? Well, it would mean this. I get her thinking about it. I get her like dreaming a little bit. Like maybe if I'm talking to a husband and, his wife hates her job and he wants to be able to bring her home so she doesn't have to work in a job she's miserable with. And so it's like, awesome. So you want to retire your wife. Awesome. What would that mean for you guys? What would that mean for your relationship? Right? I just want to dig in a little bit. See, this is what a mentor does. A mentor is going to pull out some hot buttons and have you think of some things that you wouldn't think of if it weren't for the mentor. And see, the whole thing about duplication is like, we're not going to get everyone to go duplicate, but if you're showing up as a leader does this. A leader creates an outcome that wouldn't have been created without the leader. Okay? So you want to be that leader who creates an outcome that wouldn't happen without you, wouldn't happen without your leadership. And so I'm digging in a little bit. Why do you want it? Right? And so I'm pulling something out. And when I get something meaningful, I'm like, awesome, brother. Well, listen, your goal is my goal. And I guarantee you, here's where I want to build some belief in them, in the system, and me as the leader is, I guarantee you, Jennifer, if you will lock arms with me, if you're coachable and teachable, there is no doubt we'll make that happen. You'll quit on you before I'll quit on you. Okay, write that down. You'll quit on you before I'll quit on you. Okay. If you're not financially free, traveling the beaches of the world with me in the next 2 to 3 years, it's not because I gave up on you. It's only because you gave up on you. Okay. So I'm kind of like, do you get, this is a mentorship conversation. The reason why people don't go duplicate is because no one leads them. So when you start leading, guess what? People start following, and when they follow, that equals duplication. Now, I'm going to tell you something that, hopefully doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. This whole concept of duplication, where, you sponsor two, who sponsors two, who sponsors two, who sponsors two. It's a total myth. It doesn't exist. Like never in the history of network marketing have two sponsored two, who sponsored two, like duplication doesn't exist. Okay, here's what duplication is. This is what I've discovered after doing this for 25 years. It's duplication of leadership. Okay, like you're going to sponsor 10, 4 go away, 4 show up, 1 or 2 like really go after it. So what happens is we want to turn as many people as possible into a leader and teach them how to do these things with their new agent. Okay, so this is what a mentor does. So number one, I'm going to pull out the why. This aligns me as their mentor, as their leader, right? And you may not feel like you're worthy of leading. And I'm just going to tell you, as long as you don't feel like you're worthy of leading, like how much longer do you want to lie to yourself that you're not worthy of leading? Because the reality is people are waiting for leadership. Someone's waiting for you to step up and say, here, follow me, right? Someone's waiting for you. So you have this blessing, and this is another thing that you've got to get in your mind. I think I mentioned it on stage, but like, what's the blessing? When someone joins your organization, are they the blessing because you have a new person on your team? Or are you the blessing? Because if they follow your coaching and, you leading them through secret and helping them, you're the blessing, right? So my come from when I'm working with a brand new agent is I know I'm the blessing. Now, I'm not going to say that. There's like no arrogance, no, like I'm totally cool. Everyone like write this down, be cool. Like be cool with people. Okay. I'm not better than anyone, but I have a set of knowledge that they don't have. And if you've been in secret for one day, you have a set of knowledge that they don't have. If you've been on this Zoom right now, if you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, you have a set of knowledge that they don't have. You are qualified to lead them. Okay, here's what my mentor told me. He said, you're a leader when you decide to be. Like you are who you say you are until you show up otherwise, until you prove otherwise. So just act the part. And if you lead, they will follow. One of the best exercises he ever did with me, I was standing out by my car. It was me, my mentor, and I had another guy on my team. And the guy on my team was asking questions about leadership. He wasn't feeling real comfortable. And here's what my mentor did. He didn't say a word. He just went like this. And he walked around the car. He just walked around the car. He didn't say a word. He went like this. And he walked around the car and we both followed him all the way around the car. And then he stopped. And my mentor says, what just happened? And I said, you led, we followed. He said, that's as simple as this business is. You lead, they'll follow. So we overcomplicate it massively, okay? So step number one, I want their why. Step number two is I want a 30-day goal, right? I'm not a 5-year goal, not even a 90-day goal. Like over the years, I've done a ton of different ones the last, probably 6, 7, 8 years, a 30-day goal. Because it's very simple. Everyone can wrap their head around like 30 days. It's short enough to give them like, something to really go after. So the goalpost isn't so far out there. It's 30-day goal. This is what I do. Okay. 30-day goal. Now, they don't really know, right? They're brand new. And so I'm going to give them some options, right? Typically it is Rockstar. Okay. This is our kind of core building block is go Rockstar, right? And so I'm going to give them some ideas and I'm going to say, all right, awesome. So you'll give up on you before I'll give up on you. Next, here's what we want to do is set a 30-day goal. Now there's a few different ways you can go about this. Like you can go like super fast, help a bunch of people, or you can go a little bit. And if you want to walk, I'll walk with you. If you want to run, I'll run with you. If you want to sprint like crazy, I will sprint like crazy with you, right? These are the words I actually say. And so what do you feel like how fast do you want to go, right? And so they may say, well, I want to run. Like, okay, awesome. And so here's the basic building block for everything we do revolves around simply going rockstar and helping other people go rockstar. And so going rockstar is you sponsor 4 other agents who get a pack and you're a rockstar, right? It means your commissions get doubled. And, you know, we figure out how many people in the next 30 days, how many people do you want to help go rockstar? So I'm guessing you want to at least go rockstar. Is that right? Yes. Awesome. So I'm going to write it down. Okay. Go rockstar. Okay. Now, do you want to just do it yourself, or would you want to help a lot of other people go rockstar? Obviously, this is a business of duplication. The more people that you help go rockstar by sponsoring 4 others, the more money you're going to make. So how many people do you think, you know, you want to help go rockstar in the next 30 days? And they say 4. I go, awesome. Right. If it's 2, awesome. If it's 1 other, it's awesome. If it's like 87, I'm like, all right, are you willing to work like 60 hours a week for the next month? If so, let's go after it, right? If not, maybe I'll pull it down a little bit. So all I'm doing is setting a little goal. So here's the psychology. This is what I've discovered. Like I wondered, like for network marketing for years, I always wondered why do they always talk about setting goals? Because what happens is if you set a goal, you're more likely to achieve it. Okay, if you don't set a goal, you're almost never going to achieve it. So if you help your new person set a goal and commit to that goal, then guess what? They're way more likely to go do it. They're going to take way more action. If you do these 2 things, if you get their why and you set a goal, they're way more likely to go take action. Okay, next, once we've set the goal, I'm going to say this. All right, awesome. That's super doable. Are you willing to follow my coaching, Jennifer, in order to make that happen? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Notice I said twice, are you willing to follow my coaching to achieve that goal? She says, yes. I go, are you sure? Yes. Great. Now she said twice she's willing to follow the system. Now, if you don't feel like you're worthy of saying, follow my coaching, I would challenge you to say it anyway. When my mentor, when I heard the things that he was saying, it was such a stretch for me. I felt so weird saying these things that powerful leaders say because I wasn't that leader. But because I started saying those things, I started getting the results. Here's the secret of leadership. If you do the things that a leader does, you're a leader. If you say the things that a leader says, and you're doing the work to back it up, you're a leader. Okay. It's not a leadership is very, very simple. Okay. And so then what am I going to do? Then I go to the 3rd step of duplication, which is get them selling. Okay. So instead of just saying like jumping in, like, all right, let's go make a list. I took a little bit of time to get them sold, right? And you could tell more stories. You could do a 3-way call. If you've got like, you know, you may 3-way someone to your upline. Hey, I want to welcome to this new person, right? That helps build their belief, getting them registered to the next training. That's going to build their belief. Our job as leaders, the #1 overall goal as leadership is to build belief within our organization, because with increased belief comes increased action. So it's very simple. Make a list. I want to help them score in 24. That means go sponsor someone in the next 24 hours. Think about there's a clock ticking away. And if you don't help them sponsor someone in the next 24 hours, they quit. You lose that person if you don't help them sponsor someone in 24. So make that part of the culture of your group is score in 24. Okay. One of the things I love to say, like if you're in person and it's not late at night, who can we go talk to right now? Who can we go talk to right now? If you're in New York, it could be midnight and you can say that, and it's a city that never sleeps, right? So who can we go talk to right now, right? So making a list, score in 24, who can we talk to right now, having them schedule a launch party, have them book one-on-ones and two-on-ones, give them an assignment. See, leaders give assignments. We give tasks to people. And there's so many people over the years who I know never would have done anything had I not given them a task. I might say, like, I love doing this with someone local. I go, hey, what are you doing for lunch tomorrow? And they're like, well, I don't know. I go, well, you got plans now. You're going to do lunch with me. Okay. They're like, oh, okay, cool. And I go, here's what I want you to do. I want you to invite 4 friends to lunch. Okay. Now, if you have 4 that say they're coming, usually 1 or 2, maybe 3 actually show up, right? Because things get in the way. And invite them to lunch. Once they've like agreed to come to lunch, tell them you want to introduce them to a friend of yours, and you're working on a project together because you've got a really cool idea in the travel space, right? And so I show up and do a presentation, right? And so that's next day duplication, right? So if you can't get them to duplicate immediately, they can go the next day. And there's so many times where I do a lunch presentation, someone fills out an application, they sign up, and I go, hey, who do you know that we can go talk to right now? And I'm like, oh, well, my friend so-and-so, we'll call them, let them know, see if they can do lunch right now. Okay. They never would have done it had I not asked. So the key is we simply ask. Now, don't beat yourself up when you ask them to do it and they're like, oh, well, I'm not ready yet. Okay, that's the first sign that maybe they're not the one that's going to go Crown Royale, right? But no one's going to ever do it if you don't ask. So the biggest reason why I didn't duplicate early on was because I just wasn't asking. Now, that is really my fast start training, like with a new person. What's your why? Set a 30-day goal, willing to follow my coaching, create a list, start booking appointments, book a launch party. Like, that's it. I went to a country years ago, had 2 different cities in this one country. Now, one leader had over 10 years experience, had hit the top rank in another company, and his organization is growing really, really slow. Had another organization in the same country in another city growing like crazy, and no one had ever done network marketing before. And so I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, the guy with all the experience is like barely growing, and the guy who's never done anything, he's total ignorance on fire, and they're blowing up. And so I go to the city that's blowing up first. And I'm like, all right, I'm digging in. What are you guys doing? Do more of it. Like, I don't want to change anything. It's like, I'm just there to pour gas on the fire. And I'm like, well, what are you teaching people to invite? They go, nothing really. We just teach people to like set an appointment and not tell everything. And like, it was just like ignorance on fire. Their fast start training, like they do a presentation and at the end, they do like a quick 5-minute, 10-minute fast start, right? So I fly to the other city. I meet with the leader and he's frustrated. Things aren't working. I'm going through all the system. And he's really proud because he has this fast start training. Yeah, every week. And in my office, we do a 2-hour fast start training. We have everyone come to that before they like really get going. They come to the fast start training. And I'm like, oh, what do you train them on? It's like mindset and inner game and leadership and closing, all these things. And I'm like, brother, you're training your people to death. They're dying. I'm like, you got to cut it down. Like, if you're doing a fast start training, it should be simple. Here's the goal. Get them to take action now, not overload them with a ton of training. So we basically condensed his training massively. And we're like, don't have people wait to go to fast start training before they get into action. Let's sign them up and get them into action right away. And his group started growing way faster because he just changed the process of getting someone started. So very, very simple. To sum it all up, 3 steps to duplication: sell them, get them sold, and get them selling. So these are the keys. If you apply these, it will help you build a business much, much faster. Ben, thank you for having me on. Love you, brother. Appreciate you so much.
I love you too, man. That's insane. Like, so simple, right? Getting rich is boring. Being rich is not. Master the mundane. That's amazing. I got so many notes over here. That's crazy, brother. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. And real quick, guys, I'm going to share my screen and show you guys, because obviously we have some action that we need to take. And so before we get and remove the pin, bang, bang, bam. All right, cool. So look, guys, we're doing these presentations here, Club Secret Daily Business Opportunities. So this isn't to take place of what you have going on. So if you have that luncheon, do the luncheon. If you have, a Zoom in the morning, do a Zoom in the morning, right? And then pour it into this. So book a meeting from a meeting, right? So literally you are recruiting to promote, okay? So, we have tomorrow night, the one and only Ruby, Josh Valentine, amazing presenter, amazing speaker, just an amazing guy. His story is phenomenal. He's on here tonight. Then we have Trish Verzera on Thursday. We have Leah LeVay on the 28th on Friday. Austin Zuloff. We have Muzaffar on Sunday. Listen, guys, literally all you have to do is do the inviting, get your people on. Let's hit Rockstar. Let's close out the month strong. And let's create so many examples of success that we can eliminate everyone's excuse outside of our community for failure and set people up for the greatest holiday season that they have to come. So thank you so much for logging on. We appreciate you. The replay will be available ASAP on teamsynergyagents.com. And we look forward to your massive success. Take care. God bless.